Hey everybody, it's Justin from J3 Creation, where we create high quality functionable art. And today we're going to be working with this shirt that I've soaked in soda ash for about 20 minutes. And we're going to line up the seams and center out the front. And we're going to be making a UFO on it today. There's been a lot of alien craze out there lately, and I just kind of wanted to hop on board with the capacity that I'm able. So this is my contribution to the alien community. That's a joke, by the way. I mean, although I do believe in aliens and stuff, I'm not really trying to contribute anything to the community today, I guess, other than art. So anyway, I'll stop talking about that. So we've got our got a washable marker here, and we're just going to outline a simple UFO. You can get pretty fancy with it if you want, but this is just kind of what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to start 3 finger lengths from the top, and we're going to do kind of a bigger UFO today. I might try to end up putting an alien or something in the cockpit, and even potentially a man in the kind of ray that I'm going to do, but that will be post dyeing. And yeah, I'll probably just take me a little bit with some thickened dye and yeah, just some thickened dye. So probably gonna do a couple little circles here, see if we can get those worked in there, maybe a little bigger. Perfect. And then we're gonna have kind of this crazy ray that we'll probably accomplish by sinew or something, but we'll just get some squiggles on there is the basic gist of it. So basically we're just going to accordion fold all of this. Okay, so I changed up the pattern from the front. Basically, I just couldn't really make that fold and do an accordion fold, and so I'm just trying to be practical and simple for everybody. So we're just going to fold this down the center line, kind of like so. Make sure your lines are lined up and your fabric is straight, and that everything kind of matches up as you'd want it. There we go. Okay, so then we'll do the accordion fold like this, and that'll get that definition of the shape, and then I'll accordion fold that down, hopefully without messing with that. And then I'll try and get those little circles in there. I'm not sure if I can do those, but we'll see. If anything, I can just dye them with some thickened dye later. So we'll just do some real small, maybe 1/2 inch accordion fold. And you just want to ensure your lines are straight, so make sure you take your time. So that's kind of the body, and then I'm going to do the top here. So we'll get that sinewed off. And I'm just keeping some good tension on the line, pulling kind of tight, but nothing too crazy, not like my mandalas. And I'll just snip that, leave a little tail so it's easy to unwrap. And then we're going to take this top part and do an accordion fold down and kind of match it up with that. So again, just kind of 1/2 inch little guys, make sure that your lines are lined up. It's kind of all that really matters. Make sure and take your time on this. Don't be afraid to redo it or go back and watch the part again. Rewind if you need to. And there's just that little bit in there. I'm going to try and bunch that up. Sorry if the camera's a little bright. So I'm going to try and bunch that up into there and push it in. And then we'll just get some, some sinew around there. So you can kind of tell that I didn't go in between the line, but I wrapped around. And I'm hoping that that'll get me a nice little canopy or whatever for the spaceship. I don't know the exact terminology, but we'll see how it turns out. And then with this, we can just accordion fold up and then kind of do a zigzag mandala pattern. Just a couple of zigzags, nothing too crazy. And I've got the kind of glass or upper part tied here. Then I've got the lower part tied here. And I've got the UFO beam, or I don't know quite what you want to call it, but I've got that little beam area thing tied up there with some dental floss instead of sinew. I usually do sinew, but anyway, I'm going to dye this and we'll get it going. So I'm going to be using a silver or a gray on the body of the UFO, and that'll just give it kind of a fun little effect. You can do whatever color you want, realistically, but today we're just going to be doing this. And you want to make sure that you get good saturation as far as the dye goes. So you might notice it dripping a little bit, and that's okay. And I'm just going to go kind of on the outer edges of the kind of glass thing in hopes that that stays somewhat white or at least a little bit clearer. Ideally you could put some water there to kind of counteract the dye, and I might do that off camera, but just to kind of let you guys know what is happening. So then we'll do the beam area, and for that we're just going to use some light green. Might do a little bit of yellow too, but again, because it's sinewed, you want to make sure that you really get good saturation. And I'll do a little bit of yellow just for a fun effect. just for fun. And again, we're trying to kind of keep those separated. So it's an interesting process. You might have a few little happy accidents. Alright, so that's kind of your green ray. And then I'm just going to do a green and black scrunch on the rest of this and try to make sure that these stay separated. And yeah. So for the scrunch, I'm going to try to ensure that no other dye gets on the back, which just happened. But, you know, accidents happen. Anyway, I'm gonna grab a green and my black, and we'll be on our way. So start with your lighter color, and I'm just gonna do kind of a crazy zigzag. Make sure you leave room for the black. And then do a black zigzag. And I'm kind of trying to keep my black away from the little UFO area, just because I would hate to have some black show up there and kind of distort the image, if you will. So then we're going to flip it over and do the same thing. I'm going to go with my light green, but you don't necessarily have to do that. I just like a difference in color. And then we'll hit it with the black. And that's actually the green. So now we'll really hit it with the black. Alright, and so that is your basic idea of how to dye a UFO. Okay, so here's the final result. You can see the UFO turned out nice. There's that little bit of white space we got left, or that I had left there. I don't think I'll end up doing the light little circle things that I had planned to, but I think it turned out pretty great. Overall, I'll make sure and get some pictures of the back, but that's kind of the ray beam from the UFO, and yeah, I think it looks great. So thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe and like the video.